Hello, welcome to Homesteading Northwest Florida. Today is Friday, July 17th, 2026, and it is about 9:45 in the morning. And I did a video. My last video was about waterproofing stuff that I'm going to try, jacket. And I did find the mineral oil, which I used half of that to the pound, and then there's another pound of the Gulf wax. So I used about those amounts. Half a bottle of mineral oil, which would be 8 ounces, to 1 pound of mineral oil in my little crock pot, and rolled it on, and we're going to drip it off in the sun. So it's been warm here. It's about 88 degrees, this thermometer says, but then my one by the door, inside the door, says 95 already, but that's by a black screen background. So, yep, we're getting some peppers here, and I harvested my first green pepper out of this area. It was very good. Grassy tasting, very good tasting pepper. And we've had a nice breeze from the northwest recently, the last 3-4 days, and it's probably because of the super El Nino, but you can see things moving around a little bit here, which you're not going to see usually. There's no movement. It's like 3-mile-an-hour winds during the day, but we might have 7 miles an hour breeze from the northwest, which is not as humid. So that's what happens when, I like it. I'm liking it. It's, you can totally tell a difference out here. And we did this a few days ago, what we did was we cut down this pear tree, the Bartlett invasive pear tree, and that went well. Got some firewood out of that. A little bit more street noise, not great, but we ran into some poison ivy, and right now I got the poison ivy covered with, I poured some soapy water, some borax, anything I could think of to not buy the super garbage, glyphosate or whatever, which I may have to purchase. But my next step is, like, here's some that is not covered with stuff. My next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to burn a plastic bottle with a little tiny bit of gasoline, and I'm going to burn a plastic bottle on top of this, on top of these chutes, and then maybe even in here. I have a hose nearby. A tiny bit of gasoline just to wet the soil and really start that plastic bottle on top of this, so it like melts into there. And I know you're not supposed to burn poison ivy, but if the wind is coming out of the northwest, I think it's going to be fine. It's going to blow away from me. Oh, look at here. Oh, it's spread all the way into here. See, I don't like to cut in here because I got these bushes here of other stuff, honeysuckle and all that, and other things. So I don't always like to cut in here, and I don't like getting it on my lawnmower. That's why. But this is spreading, and we're gonna have to do something. And I really don't want. It's like $30 now for a total vegetation killer from Walmart. So not cool. And I noticed my tomatoes are starting to perk up a little bit because of the lower temperatures, really, and the lower humidity. So tomatoes are actually ripening, and it's 93, 94, 95, but we got a little bit of a breeze, and I hope it continues. This one, nothing happening. Gonna try some different seeds of the peppers in that one. And I might put a tropical gardenias out towards the front there once that stump dies. of the Bartlett pear, but you know, we'll see when I get to that. But an armadillo, this is another issue here. We got armadillos, and I can feel the mole vole tracks. Thank God I put an armadillo came along and ripped out all the soil by my palm tree here. My only surviving windmill palm tree does all right here. It can handle the cold temperatures. But I got to get some soil around there. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. But got to get some soil from somewhere. And don't really want to go in the compost piles right now. This is, I think this is Aztec tobacco. Right here, coming to seed in the shade. Doesn't really like the shade. The nectarine tree never did put on any fruit because the flowers got frozen in a cold blast. But yeah, I've been washing everything with the poison ivy. Like here are my gloves. I really don't want to give up a $10 pair of gloves that my sister bought me, so I washed everything. Washed all the tools. Probably gonna have to wash the chainsaw. Oh my God. Washed my boots. Washed all my clothes. And Dawn dishwashing liquid. And I'll just show you a little bit of the rash here. Maybe you can see it. You know, that's on my left arm. Here was a big pustule. Here's another pustule. But the poison ivy rash doesn't show up right away because it's an allergic reaction that triggers T cells. It's not a histamine reaction like an allergy would be. It's a T cell reaction, which means you'll get it and you'll see a little bit of it and it seems like it's spreading. But it's not. It's your T cells gradually ramping up to fight that urushiol oil, poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac reaction. So it seems like the poison ivy is spreading, and that's when I start washing all my clothes, and it's not. It's your body gradually ramping up your T cells. So Benadryl and everything is not really going to help you. And I watered my tobacco here today, and I think I'm going to start harvesting these seed pods because here's one that broke open.